Ahoy Explorers, I'm Nia and this is entry number 12. Today we're exploring Matuselem Gran Reserva. This is a 15-year-old rum. It is made in Cuba. This company was established in 1872 and it was originally distilled by Santiago de Cuba, and everything that's going on with Cuba, this is the perfect rum for me to try out right now. I do want people to support some organizations, so I'll put descriptions down below of where I have personally donated in case you want some guidance, but just sending everybody in Cuba mucho amor de mi parte, and I hope everybody gets the freedom they deserve. The youth right now is doing amazing things, so I'm gonna support them. Moving on to this rum, it is a 15-year-old rum and they distill it in the Solera system, which is amazing. I'm very excited because my other favorite rum that uses the Solera system is Zacapa rum, so I'm excited to try this. This was actually a gift from one of our friends, Sean. He brought it for when he came to our house last time, so I was very appreciative that he brought us something so unique. As far as the label, it does look like an old school map, so it is quite beautiful. They have a lot of the distinctions of what they have won as far as medals, but this is a very old rum, almost 150 years I think is at this point. It's amazing. I'm very excited to try this. So let's go ahead and start with this neat. It's, as you can see, a very amber color. The nose, the first thing that hits me is the alcohol. A little bit of the spiciness. I want to say some leather, some molasses, maybe a little bit of tobacco. So let's see. I think I'm going to bring out the leather, the spice obviously, and the molasses just to compare. I know this is not a rum agricole, so I haven't opened the molasses yet, but that one's number 13 in the Rum Aroma training kit. And I'm definitely getting a little bit of the hint of the leather. Like I said, I want to bring it out. And I also have tried the Havana Club from Cuba. Every time I fly home to Ecuador, where I'm originally from, we try to bring bottles because that is made in Cuba. And typically we don't find that here. So anytime I do go home, I do try to buy a bottle and bring it. And then the Solera system is very interesting. If you have not seen it, definitely look into it. It's a very unique system of aging the rum. It's all based on rotation of different casks that they use in this, basically a wall full of casks, and they basically mix the rum from the bottom to the top, and then once it's in the top it gets bottled. So it's very interesting. They can vary the type of cask that they use, but it gives it a very smoky flavor. It's very unique. I've had a lot of rums of that type, but like I said, Zacapa is one of my favorite rums, so I want to compare this with that. The other thing I'm kind of noting is maybe cask age, so I'm going to bring that one out. That's number 5 in the Rum Aroma training kit. So while that sits and basically marinates is what I call it, I'm going to go ahead and give it a sip. Cheers. So I have to be honest, the way it smells, it's the alcohol is very strong on the nose, but when you taste it, it's actually quite smooth. I do get a little hint of the sweetness from the sherry cask, Santiago is the master blender there, so cheers to him too, because this is quite good. I'm very impressed. Now let's move forward with the nose. Again, the first one was the molasses. Okay, like I said, I'm a rum enthusiast and I'm training my nose. This doesn't smell like molasses. The next one was the leather. This is interesting. I might get a little bit of hint of leather, but just a smidge, not that much. Okay, so I did visit the website earlier today. They don't really speak to as far as what notes they claim to have, but again, because they are using the Solera system and they use sherry, the different casks that they use in the Solera, I do notice a note of sweetness, but it's definitely smoking. This could be a sipping rum. I did not detect too much leather. There's a little bit in there. The last one I said I was gonna do, this is not a fruity rum. So I'm gonna try maybe some tobacco. Oh, I know what this is. Okay, I forgot. This is cask age, so let's see. Yeah, so this is a match. There's definitely notes of cask age. So it kind of smells like the woodiness and smokiness of the cask. This is really good, and for $27, if you like sipping rums, if you like smokiness, no fruitiness to it, this is definitely the rum for you. Again, the notes are some leather in there, some smokiness. This is Solera. I'm gonna add a little bit of ice, as I usually do, to see if I can get a hint of something else. I'm getting a little bit of, I want to say nuts, so I might bring that out. Okay, so with the ice, I am getting a little bit more of the lighter scents. I do have a sherry scent in there, so I'm gonna try that. And sherry is number 19 on my rum aroma training kit. So I did detect a little bit of leather, which is interesting. I want to see what the sherry smells like, because I haven't brought this one out. This is also a new aroma for me. But it's interesting to know that they did brandy and sherry casks for this Solera system, so I want to definitely explore that. Okay, so I've let that rest for a little bit. Let me see if I can detect the sherry. Yep, that's it. That's a match. Leather, sherry. It's not so much a spiced rum, because I can't really tell the spiciness, but I can definitely, this is a match with the sherry. That's so interesting. I love it when I find new stuff. Anyway, I'm gonna get a sip of this as well. So if you are into whiskey or bourbons, I definitely recommend this type of rum. It is not sweet at all. It has more of that smoky and oak notes and taste. So this would be the rum for you. But if you like more of the fruity side, I don't recommend it. Yeah, so 30 bucks with taxes. It's not a bad rum. I'm actually very impressed. I had never heard of this rum before, but I'm excited that I tried it and I did like it. If you were here for the review, thank you so much for watching. If you want to stay on board and watch me turn this into a cocktail, come on over. So for this rum, I'm going to go ahead and do a rum runner, as I have decided to now continue with my go-to drink when I go out. So I'm excited to see how this mixes with all the fruit juices. I think it'll be a good blending drink, not so much a sipping drink. Even though I do think a lot of people that like the whiskeys and the scotch and the bourbon will enjoy this rum, I personally am not crazy about it. I have to be honest. I'm not crazy about it. But for the price point, I think it's a good mixing rum, so I'm going to try it out. I do have on the side, as mentioned before, I'll put my Rum Runner recipe below. I'm very particular with the things I use. So I'll be right back. So I'm back. I'm gonna go ahead and use my new Little Mermaid Tiki mug for this. And see how this tastes mixed. Cheers. This is, I feel like a good mixing rum with fruity elements. I personally like more of a well-balanced rum in most cases. I'm gonna say elements because that's the only thing I could think of right now. That's why I don't feel like this is so smooth, even though it is a Solera system. I think it's missing a little bit of the sweetness to it. So with the Rum Runner, you do have a lot of fruit juices in there, some banana liqueur, Chambord, which is like a raspberry liqueur. And with this, it's like the perfect mix. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, go ahead and hit it so I can welcome you on board. I'm signing off here.